This is your daily market recap for Wednesday, April 6, 2022. Let's go. This is Dan Max at EXP Realty, aka the Trading Agent, and this is my stock, Bitcoin, gold, and silver daily market recaps. Please subscribe if you like what you see. Thank you. This is Dan Max at EXP Realty, aka the Trading Agent. This is your daily market recap for Wednesday, April 6th, 2022. Let's get into it, friends. As you know, we always start in the Discord room. There is a ton of information and contact updates of the trades. We're always talking about what's going on, help keep people informed. If you are following my information, I don't ever want you to feel like you're by yourself. If there's a trade idea, I'm doing it. We're talking about it, not rocket science. Again, if you have any questions, you know what to do. And if you like this stuff, please slap the like button. Bitcoin, what did I say? Gotta hold, trail your stops. At this point, it's tough to say. What do we say? When you take out levels, you want to see volume and you want to see price action. A lot of this chop was indecision, not good. Short term, potentially 35,000, potentially 30,000 if it breaks. At this point, I don't like seeing it take out the lows with above average volume. We'll see what happens. At this point, just be safe. Be really safe with Bitcoin. I'm telling you, this stuff can get very volatile very quickly. And if you are not on top of your game, you are going to get hammered. So at this point, let's go. TLT. We put out alert this morning to watch the low end of range here on the trend line. The reason why I would say buy bonds here, again, keep in mind the Fed minutes came out today. Everybody is screaming 5% interest rates. The housing market's done. The world is over. This is not how you start a move. This is how a move ends. When everybody's talking about it, everybody's aware of it. Now, again, if you were in the TLT and you needed to stop out, hey, no problem. If you bought near the lows, great. At this point, do not chase. Do absolutely not chase. What did we say? Potentially, always in the back of our mind. This could be possible. This area right down here. Now, again, you can't anticipate it, which you can't anticipate. That doesn't happen, but you popped and you chopped right back. Not a big deal. Let's see what happens here. Just keep in mind, things are what they are. All right, so now we get into the dollar. And what have we said at this point? It's a repeating story for the dollar. You got up above the highs. We said, once you got in the channel and got back over it, always to go higher. I still don't think the volatility in the dollar is really that strong at this point. We're into major resistance above. I don't really have an opinion on it. The VIX, I hope you guys were paying attention. Guys and gals, what did we say? Hold this range. We're going to pop. Nice pop up into the 20-day, backed off. Again, I'm still short-term bearish the markets. If you're not familiar, I'll repeat the premise again. You're going into earnings. When you go into earnings and the market has been up, there's typically a pullback. How deep it's going to be, we don't know. Second, the market has priced in perfection of good stuff. There's still a lot of crap out there that's problematic to the markets. I don't think it's priced in. I don't necessarily know if a bear market's coming. It feels very possible, but ultimately I think long-term tech has been weakening. The IWM has been lagging. There's a ton of things going on that make me bearish. And if you're not short at this point, you can't chase it. You got to let some stuff pull back or pop. At this point, let's get into the SPY because I think the VIX could pop. I don't know how far. Trying to predict VIX moves, I've struggled at it. You try to draw these trend lines. You try to draw range highs. It's not that simple. So you have to watch more of the SPY and to just try to get the levels on it. Professional gap, doji, 200-day and the 20-day. So this is where it gets really silly, stupid. Get above the 200-day, it's bullish. You can fill the gap. You close below the 20-day, goodbye to the 50-day. At this point, we said novice gap starts at starting to reverse the trend. I think we're going lower. Don't be too bullish again, but also notice watch the low ends of ranges when things hit. QQQ, we talked about this being the laggard. What happened? Big gap, held the 20-day, not leading up, leading down, y'all. If you're paying attention, we hit the 100, 200-day, we hit this old range, hit the fib, boom, lower low, professional gap. You better hold the 20, 50-day. And again, if it chops for a day, don't be surprised. Be aware of your surroundings. Don't look at the market in a vacuum because this is what ultimately led us to the bearishness. The IWM lagging, talked about. That was an engulfing bar down, tweezer top, whatever you want to call it. A lower high, boom. Now you got below the 50-day. If the IWM is leading down, be aware because financials, And materials are a big member of the sector of the IWM. And if they're going down, so is the market. It's going to be pulled down. Gold, I've told people, stay away. There's not a lot to say. We are in a seasonally weak pattern. If you're familiar with the previous videos we talked about, I went back and literally showed every March, April, May, June time frame and showed how you top in March and typically go chop until June. I still believe that. I love gold long term, absolutely. Buy dips, but do not expect a lot short term. Same thing with the SLV. People don't want to do anything. People don't want to do anything other than just buy. And I'm telling you, there's just a time. There's time. It's going to chop out. Let it play out. I am still uber bullish long term, but I don't trust it in the near term. Okay? Be safe. Play it. Know well. If you have to own it, sell covered calls against PSLV, SLV, whatever you need to do, GLD. But be aware. I've said 1,000 times, this is a topping action potentially. You cannot get over the old highs in the GDX. That is problematic. However, high and tight is good if it's ultimately going to go higher, but seasonality is not in your favor. You break the 20-day and the dam will open. I promise you, this 20-day in red, if this breaks, the GDX will get absolutely curb stomped. The GDXJ, it already broke the 20-day, friends. Small miners usually lead, and again, I love this stuff long term. Like, I am the freaking cheerleader of when it's time to buy. When it was down here, it's choppy, sloppy. It's gonna be a pain in the ass. Please don't get stuck trading this stuff if it goes nowhere. Sell cover calls and be patient. AEM, same kind of stuff. Man, gets up to the 0.618, backs off, 20-day breaks, adios. AG, not acting great. Come on. Broke the trend line. We talked about this. We absolutely talked about this, and it's not looking good. What's the downside? 12, 11s. I mean, if you're long-term bullish and you're hedged correctly, you just pray the stuff pulls back even more, actually. You become like a de facto, like, bear, where you're just like, give me that lower prices, you mother freakers. You're like, give me that low price. Same thing with PAAS below the 20-day. Not ideal. All right, X, what do we say in the 38s? You better start selling. Look at that. Boom. Holding the 20-day. It looks like an M pattern. I'll draw it real quick just so if people who are newer to the channel, where is the stupid draw button? This is the M for maxed out. Dan Max, you've been maxed out. It's the top of the range. It's as high as it can go. That's just what it is, man. If at this point, it has to hold the 20-day. If not, adios, amigo. VALE, we talked about needing to hold up. Made a higher high, gap down. I don't like this action. I absolutely hate this action because when you have a gap up and then you gap down, they call it an island floating reversal. You had it here too, and look what it led to. Timberland and Magoo down. Not good. Not good at all. CCJ, as we've said, it hit the range highs. M pattern, break the 20-day, adios. I hope you see why I'm bearish. It's not because I have a sentiment belief other than being a contrarian and then seeing the charts. Mosaic, this thing was up pretty big today. Look what happened. Long wick, retest the highs, fails. That is not strong. CF, again, if the leaders aren't strong and the weak ones are weak, you got problems. Look at this. That is fugly. You do not. When you see a retest of a high, this is never what you want to see. A long bar close at the low. Volume's not amazingly huge, but still, that's not what you want to see. Tech, let's get into it because this is what we're short. Q, SPY, we got a ton of shit going. Not acting good. AMD at the range lows. If you break the 99 level, call your mom because if you break the 20-month, you are coming back into the high 80s. Do not be surprised. One effing bit if you get back down to the 73 level and then you chop out. The stock is dead if it does. It is absolutely dead. You don't want to own it long term. Again, I think they're a great company, make a ton of money, but it's priced in. Apple, again, what did we say? We think we're coming back down here. Professional gap. Doji, not the end of the world. Bearish. Lower highs, gap down. Not bullish. I mean, you don't have to overthink this stuff. You don't need to look at the intraday charts all day to see the bigger picture potentially. Now, again, can we be wrong? Yes. Do we know every day? No. But we know what the bigger picture is. And so we play it as is. Oh, man. MicroStrategy. We said 100-day, boom. 20-day, fail. Not good. Not good. Bitcoin's failing. Come back to the downtrend. That is what's going on. Keep it really simple. Roblox, I know some people are short that. That's a great trade. Congratulations. But guess what? You got to break the 20-day. You break the 20-day. You You break the 20-day, the dam opens. You can come back and probably fill this gap at 37. Tesla, what did we say? Everybody and their mom thought 1200 was coming. I'm going to shout out Percy again because he thought the same thing. Boom. These are top, gap down, bearish. Not bullish. I mean, again, short pops. I have no doubt in that with tight stops. I think it's no-brainer. PENN got a big downgrade today, broke the 20-day. Goodbye. Meaning not goodbye like as in it's a goodbye. It's like goodbye. Like this thing is going lower. EXPI, we talked about maybe hitting the 50-month. Hello, you hit it or you're close enough. You can start really going heavy at this. I think the bottom is getting close. Remember, gaps near the low, potentially exhaustion. UTHR, I've said this multiple times. Look at this stock. It is acting bullish. Well, again, it's holding up. Not the end of the world, but it looks good. It looks good. I think it's holding up at this point. So I'd be aware. Just be aware. It's holding up pretty well. It's not bullet bearish. XOP, let's end it on XOP and ExxonMobil because this is the stuff you need to pay attention to. This trade, what do we say? You hit the monthly. Short it. Take a short and start looking at it. Remember, that was the IPO price. Keep that in mind. IPO price. Okay. Now what do you have? You have an outside reversal, 2 days, long wick fail. Again, I know the volume is not huge, but the action is. It's definitely going to go to the 20-day at some point. After that, who knows? I mean, it just seems very obvious. Now watch drip. We said 21, 22 range. You can buy it. I know it reverse split, so the volume is above average, but guess what? Starting to make higher highs, higher lows. ExxonMobil had an amazing quarter. Most money they've ever made. Look at the reaction. If you think this is a bullish reaction to earnings, and what their potential is, bad. Not good. Not good. So it looks like a head and shoulders top. Again, I'm not really trying to rush through this video, but there's not a lot to say. If you in the positions, if you follow the trade parameters, you got in near the highs or near the lows, whatever the trade is, you got to be patient. Jesse Livermore said the best things he ever did sometimes was just sit on his hands and let the trades play out. You can't predict every freaking minute, hour, day. Don't do it. That's why we try to get in at the lows and the highs. I hope this stuff helps. Love you guys. Be safe. Hit me up if you have questions. Thanks for watching. For more trading knowledge and insight, click on the videos on the right and also join the Discord room. Link is in the description below. If you have any questions, please stop on by the Discord room and let's chat. Thank you.